Hello, everyone. Welcome to Relationship Talk with Sharonda. My name is Sharonda Parker, and I am your host. And it is a beautiful Monday. We are in the month of June, and this month we focusing on outdoor sex. That's what we're going to be talking about. But today we're going to be talking about one of our real life questions. Okay, y'all know I was blocked, y'all. Y'all Facebook had them block me because I had them reposted what somebody else posted about the situation was super, and I say from now on, mind my own business, baby. I ain't about to put my 2 cents in about nothing, but I'm happy all of that worked out for her, and I'm just letting you know, baby, sometimes people just don't be wanting to see you happy, and everybody that follow you is not a fan, and even I had to learn that just because people follow you, that don't mean that they're a fan of your work, a fan of you, or a fan of whatever it is that you're doing at the moment, right? All right, so we're going to get off into this live. This would really be more of I really try to shy away from these type of topics because what I have learned within these last 2 years is a lot of people knew me from doing my fun parties, meaning I come to the party, I turn up, I get the crowd turned up, I teach you about the products, I basically have you ready to go home and screw your man and so on and so forth, right? So they saw me in my work environment, right? But during COVID, people actually got to learn me and who I am and my values and the things that I think are important. And everybody knew that I was married, but they didn't necessarily know how I operated in my marriage. And a lot of people knew that I was married, but they didn't understand that I was a woman of faith to the extent that I was because I was in the adult industry. But COVID allowed me to kind of open up and share a little bit of my life with you all and my core values. And that's what the wife school is all about, you know. So with that being said, I know that this is not going to be for everybody, okay? This is what I know going in. And when I'm teaching, okay? And what I know is a lot of people don't have success in relationships or marriage because they don't necessarily want to be taught. They want to continue to do what they're doing, and they keep getting the same outcome over and over and over with man after man or woman after woman, and you wondering why things are not working out for you. Okay? So let me jump into this. And again, I already know going in it that, you know, everybody not going to be receptive to this lesson, but I'm going to go ahead anyhow. All right. So this particular question was sent to me, I know about maybe 10 to 15 times this weekend while my page was on block, okay? And it says, Sharonda, please discuss this. I had so many women that said, Sharonda, please discuss this. So I'm going to discuss it. But my Facebook is looking a lot better, y'all. All right, it looks a whole lot better now. All right, so I'm going to go forward. And like I said, for those of y'all that are just tuning in on Facebook, I know that a lot of women are not going to be receptive to this lesson because a lot of women are modern women and they don't desire to be traditional women. And, you know, I'm just looking at how it's working out for the women who want all this modern and, you know, all this stuff that we got going on today versus the women that did it, the ones that I admire growing up and the ones who I patterned my life behind growing up. And I saw certain success that they had, especially with their families, and that's what I desire. So when I'm teaching, just understand that I am a faith-based teacher. So if you're not into any type of faith, and when I'm saying faith-based, it doesn't matter what faith you're a part of because most of our principles when it comes down to family is the same. A lot of our rituals may be different, but the principles concerning family is the same. All right, so I was asked for my opinion on this, and I'm about to read it, and I'm going to break it down as I go. My husband just came back from work by 7 o'clock. He had his bath. I served him his food. He rejected it and told me that he wanted to eat fish pepper soup. I hope y'all can see it. Fish pepper soup is what he asked for. Well, what he said he wanted, right? I hope y'all can see it. So So by that time, I also just came back from work. I told him that it was not possible that he should wait till tomorrow. Fish pepper soup is something I have to plan, and it takes time. Okay. He gets upset. He calls me lazy in my presence, and he picks up his phone and called the girl. He put the phone on speaker, and he told the girl he wanted fish pepper soup, and the girl responded and told him that she would rush to the supermarket now and buy the fish. He should start coming. My own husband dressed up and drove out of the house. I was just looking at him in shock as he dressed up, picked up his keys, and zoomed off. I need to know if I did anything wrong. Do you think I should have gone to buy the fish that night? I just came back from work too, after the long traffic. What can I do now? This is the height of disrespect. Okay, so a lot of people read this, and when they read stuff like this, they get emotionalized, right? But in my teachings, I have been taught to look at the facts and remove my emotions from it, okay? This is one of the reasons that us as Black people, we don't do well on standardized tests. Our children are not doing well on standardized tests. A lot of us don't score high on ACT. I remember when I was in school, a lot of people had a hard time passing the exit test and all of this kind of stuff, because when they read information and they don't want to take the information as face value. What they want to do is read information and they want to add to it, and they want to take away, and they want to put themselves in it, and they want to put their emotions in it, okay? But when we're reading this, we need to find out what is the issue at hand. Most people, when I put this on the page, most people in their comment, the comment was the other woman preparing the soup. The soup became the issue for a lot of people. The soup became an issue because she worked. The soup became an issue because she didn't have the fish present. The soup became an issue because all of this other stuff, when honestly, this is not the issue. The soup is not the issue. The issue is we're dealing with a married couple who have not told us if they have an open marriage. They have not told us what the dynamics of their marriage is, but we're going to assume that they don't have an open marriage because she said that this was disrespectful. Okay? So I have to assume that the marriage is not an open marriage. I have to assume that it's supposed to be a monogamous marriage because she said that this is the height of the disrespect at the end. The issue is not the soup. There was an issue way before this meal was planned or not planned or could have been prepared or not been prepared. The issue is there's another person in the relationship that should not be in the relationship. That's the issue. The issue is someone exists in this relationship outside of these two people that should not exist. And the thing is, I don't care what she does for him when he's over there. I don't care if she's jumping up and going to the supermarket. I don't care if she's meeting his need or his desire. I don't care what it is that she's doing for him when he go over there. My issue is she not supposed to exist. That's my issue. This is the issue. Hope y'all can see that. It say side chick. This is the issue. But the thing is, before this became an issue, there was a breakdown in the marriage. She can't exist until there was a breakdown in the marriage. See, everybody want to get all emotionalized about the soup and she could do this and this is that, the other. The thing is, suppose he didn't even call the woman. Suppose he texts the woman, and then he proceeded to get up and get dressed and told his wife that I'm going to go eat somewhere else. And the wife had no knowledge that the side woman even existed. It doesn't change the fact that she exists. She exists and she's not supposed to. So when I'm talking and you asking me to answer a question, I'm answering the question based on the facts. And the facts are we're dealing with a man and a woman who are married, who have not agreed to have outside people involved in their marriage. I can give a damn about the soup. I can give a damn about who prepared it. What I care about is she not supposed to exist, but she does exist because somewhere along the lines, this happened, the breakdown in the marriage. So when people ask me for advice, I always let them know it's not my job to tell you to leave your husband. It's not my job to tell you to leave your wife. When God put y'all, when y'all stood at the altar and y'all said y'all vows before, whatever God you believe in, he said what he put together, let no man tear it apart. I'm not about to be the one to come and tear it apart. Now, if I'm going to do anything, what I'm going to do is give you wise counsel. And what I said was, the reason I advocate so hard for wife school is because it's so much that we don't know as women, especially when we have not seen women be wives. We don't know what it looked like. We don't know what it is to actually be in a relationship and be able to come together and actually meet each other's needs in a relationship. And then when I start talking, everybody starts talking about the man's role. But the thing is, the man ain't come asking for no advice. He ain't asked nobody for no help. It's always the women coming asking for help. And then when you give them the advice and you tell them about their role and what it is that they're supposed to be doing in the marriage, they deflect. And then they want to go back and throw it on the man. But the truth is, the breakdown in the marriage happened because there's no communication. What you mean, Sharonda? See, I understand that when I was created, I understood my role was created to be the support. My role was created to be the help, right? How can I be the support and the help if I don't know what this man want to eat? And don't get me wrong, I'm not putting this on this woman at all. I'm not putting this on her at all. I'm not saying that her husband handled this the right way. But what I'm talking about is day-to-day marriage now. This ain't got nothing to do with this question and answer right now. This got everything to do with how you operate in your marriage so that we don't have a breakdown in it. So let's talk about the things that we could do so that the breakdown doesn't exist. The breakdown comes when the communication leaves. See, when I'm communicating with my husband, I'm talking to my husband about, well, I'm about to go to the store this week and buy the groceries. Is there anything that you would like to eat this week? Is there anything that you would like for me to prepare this week? That's because I'm communicating. I'm coming to you. I'm your support, so I got to check with you and see what it is you need, even down to what you want to put in your stomach. But we don't know that we're supposed to be doing that. We don't even know that we're supposed to be doing that. We'll ask our children what they want to eat before we go and ask our man what they want to eat. We'll ask our children, what you want to eat today? But we never check with the person who making shit happen in the household to find out what they want to eat today or what they in the mood for. And it's the truth. But see, when we got proper communication, I'm going to communicate to you, well, this is what I'm going to cook today. And at that point, when I communicate to you that this is what I want to cook, if there's something else you got in mind, you got the opportunity to tell me that I really don't have a taste for that today. Can you cook me some fish pepper soup? And then I know on my lunch break or whenever, let me go to the grocery store and make sure that I have the fish. Or better yet, if I know fish pepper soup is one of my husband's favorite meals, What I'm going to do as his wife is I'm going to make sure I have some fish in my freezer. See, when it comes down to my household and the things that I know my husband like, I'm going to make sure it's there for him. It's certain things that I specifically know that he likes. And I make sure that it's there for him. Because if he says that, no, I really don't want this here, I want this here, then guess what? It's already available to me. Because I make sure it's there. Because when I'm going into the market, into the supermarket, I'm considering him and what he likes. But see, before I go to the grocery store, I check with everybody in my household and say, is there anything you want me to get you from the grocery store? I'm going to the store today. Is there anything you need? Spencer, I'm going to the store. Is there anything you need? See, I'm not just going to the store and I'm just doing what I want to do. See, when you have children and you don't have a man and you're not used to operating with a man in your house, you tend to just go to the store and do what you want to do because your children are not going to oppose you. They're not going to have an objection to anything. But when you start dealing with another adult in your household and y'all trying to mesh and make this thing work, you got to even check with them to the simplest thing down to planning a menu for them to eat. Because the thing is, we all adults and we all know that we don't always be in the mood for this or that all the time. And sometimes we have a taste for this or sometimes we have a taste for that, right? But these are the conversations that nobody wants to have. Okay, there's another thing that I want to bring up that came up in this. I have found that when it comes down to women, especially, women who are not used to dealing with men on a certain type of level, they don't understand what it means to go the extra mile. This gonna step on some toes. I already know it. Before I even say this, I already know it's gonna step on some toes. Let me give me something to drink right quick before I go ahead and run it about this hill. Cause see, women like me, we get called pick-me's, we get called all kind of stuff, but I be all that because I live very comfortable. I live very comfortable. I ain't never inboxing nobody, asking them to send me $20. I ain't never, in no situation where I got to stand in no line and beg and ask nobody for nothing. I ain't never got to fill out no applications for no assistance here. I live very comfortable. My husband really get up and he get out there and he go get it for us. I make sure the store taken care of. Spencer make sure our house taken care of. And that's the thing. But, when you come to wife school, I actually talk about that in wife school. And I talk about learning to live off of one income. And even if you got another one, that one could be used to be saved, rainy day, it could be used for all kind of other stuff, but not necessarily for you to be splurging and spending and all of this kind of stuff. All right. Let's talk about going the extra mile. Okay? As in this thing, again, I'm not saying that what the man did was right. I'm not saying that because it's not right, because the side woman shouldn't even exist. But what I would say is this. We will go the extra mile for everybody but our husband. I know it's going to step on some toes. We'll go the extra mile for everybody but a man. We is not going no extra mile for no man. We will go the extra mile for our job, work. We'll go the extra mile. We will go work overtime. We will work late. We will do what we got to do to meet deadlines. We will do what we got to do to secure our position at that job. We will go the extra mile. Our boss could come to us and it's almost time for us to get off. And they say, I need this handled. And guess what? We go the fucking extra mile and we get it handled. What we don't do is say, I can't do this for you because I got a whole household that I got to run. But the thing is, when it comes down to us in our household, we will tell the people in our household we can't do it because we've been at work all day. But we never tell the people at work about what's going on at our house. The people at work, we're going to go the extra mile for them. Because we so used to transactional relationships. See, the job, we do the work and then we get a paycheck, right? But in our everyday life with our relationships, we do the job and we don't get a paycheck. It's called being selfless. It's called making a sacrifice. And those type of things don't really feel good. So we not running to do that, because it's the sacrifice and it's the selflessness that comes along with that. But when you at your job and you do it, it's a payoff for it. Okay? Who else we go to extra mile for? These kids. Can you see it? We go to extra mile for the kids. Mama, I forgot I have a project. Mama, I need this, and I need it by tomorrow. I need a shirt. And when we going the extra mile, we getting on the phone, we talking to different people. Girl, can you make my baby a shirt? I got to go to the store. I got to go get the poster board. I got to do this here. I got to do that there. You don't tell this child that, hey, I've been at work all day. You don't tell this child that I've been at work all day. What you do is you show up and you show out as a mama and you make it happen. The same way you make it happen for your job. Your friend call you. Friends and family. Let me put them. Friends and family. Make sure y'all can see it. Friends and family. Hey, I'm running late. I can't go and do this. Can you go and do it for me? You already at home at your house and you done got settled. You don't tell them, I've been at work all day. What you do is you go get up and you make it happen. But when your man asks you to do something, your response is, I've been at work all day. I've been at work all day just like you. Why you didn't tell me? Why? If I would have known, we're going to have to do it another time. My point is, you jump over hoops and hurdles for who the fuck you want to jump over them for. And the person that's supposed to be at the top of your list of priorities, which is your husband / man or whoever he is in your life, in reality, he's actually at the bottom of your list of priorities. Because you ain't going above and beyond for nobody but who you want to go above and beyond for. But see, my husband will tell anybody, Sharonda will ask me for a plane at lunchtime and say she needed it at 5 o'clock. And at 5 o'clock, guess what? Sharonda got a plane. Now, did I say what type of plane? No. Spencer might have to go and digitally create me a plane. Shit, he might have to go to the little Walmart and get a damn toy plane or whatever. But the point is, at 5 o'clock, Spencer going to have a plane for me if I say I need it. See, we don't understand our role as the support. And as the support, our job is to come through. In other words, that's just like a person that's an artist. They the main thing, the main feature. And then they have an assistant, which is the support. The assistant has to make sure that this person got everything that they need. That's why we was created. And a lot of times, because we done got off into the workforce and all of this kind of stuff, we act like we done forgot our original role and why God even created us. He created us to be the helpmeet. What is a helpmeet? The helpmeet meets the need of the husband. Oh, but you preaching now, Sharonda. Oh, you preaching now. I was at church yesterday and my pastor, she made a very good point of something. See, a lot of times people have a role, but they don't necessarily do their role with the spirit of excellence. I'm gonna say it like that. If you heard Taylor's graduation speech, she talked about the spirit of excellence. See, I put that in my children. You do everything with the spirit of excellence. Whoever's supposed to come unlock the church on Saturdays for intercessory prayer, they come and unlock the church, and that's all they do. But my thing is, if your job is to unlock the church, you unlock the church, you turn on the lights, you turn on the air, you get everything up and rolling and functioning, so when the people come in for intercessory prayer, they can come in and handle business and get straight to the prayer, right? It's no different. It's one thing to do it, and to do it just to say you did it, and it's another thing to do it with the spirit of excellence. But I promise you, if you are properly communicating with the people at your job, your kids, your friends and families, it ain't too much that's just going to get thrown in your lap over and over too, and you just overwhelmed like that. Because you already know what's going on. Every morning, my husband and I, we hold hands, we pray. We pray. We're going to kiss on each other. We're going to love up on each other after we pray. This is our routine every morning. And once we get through praying, my mouth opens up and I say, Daddy, is there anything that you need me to do for you today? And he gonna say, well, yeah, I need you to go over here and pick this up for me. Or, I need you to call and check on this for me. Or, I need you to do this, right? Or he may say, no, I don't need nothing today. I think I'm pretty good. And then I'm going to proceed to tell him, okay, well, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm cooking. But most times I'm already preparing dinner before I leave to come to work. See, when I come, I have this big thing. Before I do anything for the world, before I do anything for you, before I even come and do this fucking video for you, to teach you, my house is already taken care of. See, I already left today and I done cooked pork steaks and rice and gravy and green beans and all of this. And all of this shit was done at 10 o'clock this morning. Or maybe 9:45 this morning. Because I be damned if I come here and pour into you and give to all of these people that I got to see all day long and the Parkers ain't taken care of. The Parkers are going to always get taken care of first. And that means even with me getting up and going to make sure, because I didn't have a bell pepper. When Spencer left this morning, I went on ahead to the grocery store and went and got the bell pepper so I could put in my food. So it could taste right. I ain't going to just cook it and not put the bell pepper in there because I ain't got it. They going to be taken care of. Before I come and get anything to you, they taken care of. And as women and as wives, if we adopt that type of mentality, our households will run a lot better. I'd be damned if I come and give to the world and I ain't gave to my own people at home. Another thing I did this morning was while my food was cooking, I was like, you know what? I really want to go ahead and get out here and get my front yard together with my trimmers and stuff like that, because I done got off into wanting to do some little gardening and flower beds and stuff like this. And this is something that I want to do. So what I did this morning, we got an electric lawnmower. I went this morning and and we got our front yard not big. I went and mowed the front yard right quick while the food was cooking. So when I get off from work today, I can focus on trimming my edges and putting the designs and stuff in them so that I can work on getting my flower bed done, because this is a project that I'm going to be working on. My house is going to always be taken care of before anybody in the streets get taken care of. And back to this woman, I don't know this woman, and I don't know how she operates. I don't know how she functions. And I think it's awesome that she got off from work and came home and cooked and all of this kind of stuff. But I do believe with a lot of communication that this other woman is not going to exist if we making sure we meeting the needs of our husbands. A lot of us are in marriages and we feel like we happy in it, but we never ever open our mouth up and ask our spouse, are you happy in this? Is there anything that I could be doing better for you or different for you? Find out what their favorite foods are. Some of y'all don't even know what y'all men like. And the thing is, you basing what he liked on what he liked 10 years ago when you met him. You don't think he done tried nothing new since then? His favorite meal might be to change. But you don't know that because you ain't communicating. But you know what them badass children like. You know about the new fucking snacks when they come out. Because they gonna let you know. And you gonna take your ass to the store to make sure that it's there at the house for them too. Oh, I'm preaching good, baby. I'm preaching good. Y'all bitches ain't got to tell me because I know. I know. We got to understand, and this is going to be the last thing that I write down. I had to pull my board out today. Again, I stress to y'all, I'm a faith-based teacher. This is the order. A lot of us, we tend to put these children up here at the top, even before God. They are everything. We literally worship them. And we give them even things that they're not even deserving of. We give it. But this is the order. God comes first. See, our husband answers to him. He is our husband's head. He He is our husband's head. Our husband is our head. If your husband ain't doing what he's supposed to do, you take your husband his head. That's the way they go. When your husband is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, you, as the wife, you take your husband to his head. You get on your knees and you go to your husband's head about him. You ain't got to get on no Facebook. You ain't got to call your mama. You ain't got to let your sister know. You ain't got to contact family and friends. You go to your husband's head. And you talk to your husband's head and you say, I need you to convict his heart. I need you to convict his heart. And to let him know that what he is doing is not right. But a lot of times it's hard for us to go to our husband's head because we ain't following the order. Our goddamn self. We putting the people on the low bottom pole at the top. We putting him up there over above the husband. We checking to them to make sure that they getting everything that they need. And the thing is, these people here, they're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're going to leave. They're going to start their own lives. They're going to have their own families. And a lot of y'all get all caught up in their families because you ain't maintained your own. Oh, okay. All right, that's going to wrap it up for me today, y'all. That's going to wrap it up for me today. I think y'all done got all y'all going to get today. If it was good, thank you. Thank you for your feedback, ladies, on Facebook. Thank you. If it was not so good, I understand you ain't there yet. And one thing I know is being a wife is not something that everybody's equipped to be. Everybody is not in that place where they understand their role and understand the order, the objective, and what it is that they're supposed to be doing in their relationship and or marriage. I get it. I completely get it. And the thing is, I done got to the point where I ain't force feeding nothing. But, you know, the Bible tell you don't cast your pearls upon the swine, meaning that people that don't want it and who don't want to be better or make certain change, they're not. And you have to leave them there. But at the same time, they get to see their own life and how it's lived and how jacked up it is. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us, we keep on waiting on a heaven and all of this kind of stuff. But your heaven could be here. You can have peace here. You can have a good life here. You just have to do things in order and do it in a certain type of way. And a lot of us have gotten to the place where we are really wanting our men to act like women. Like everybody have this romanticized vision of what relationships and marriage is. And the thing is, y'all let Hollywood dictate to y'all what it's supposed to be. When the average man is not coming home every day with damn roses in his hand. If y'all watch Good Times, how often did you see, James. How often did you ever see James coming home with some damn roses for Florence? Or Florida, whatever her name was. Florida, I think her name was Florida. Yeah, Florida Evans. How often did you see James coming in there? So we got this whole, and there's nothing wrong when our husbands do nice things for us. But the thing is, we got in our mind that this is supposed to be the norm every day, all day. And we supposed to be just constantly getting all of this gratification every day, all day. When in reality, marriage is work. It's work. It's two people getting it in and working towards the objective of having a family. Taking it one day at a time. To be able to have something in life, to be able to leave back here. But we got this whole romanticized idea, and a lot of us, you know, we want our men to act like women. And the thing is, a lot of women go and get with women, and it really works out really good for them over there swimming in the women pond, because you really want your man to act like a woman. But see, me, I want my man to act like a man. That's what I want. I want you to have some testosterone. I want you to have some fucking bass in your voice. I want you to walk in this bitch and you speak and everybody fucking shut up. Like, that's what I want. Everybody don't want that. Because some of y'all want to be the one to walk in and everybody shut up. I don't necessarily have to. That ain't no. I be wanting to sit back and just rest. I be wanting to sit back and rest. I ain't got to do shit. I sit back and rest. I do what I got to do for my family and the household. When I get off in the evening, I sit back and I rest. But a lot of us, we want to be head. We want to be in this position. And the way we live our lives is in this position. And we don't understand that when we're constantly being told about being in our femininity and, you know, just being a softer version of ourselves, we don't know what that look like because we ain't never seen it. Because all of the women that we know, they hip. We don't know what nurturing looks like. We only know what nurturing children looks like. We don't know what nurturing our man looks like. And that is why a side chick exists. And I'm just going to be honest with you. Yeah, you got a lot of men that's low down, but I'm going to be honest with you. The majority of the men that I meet are not low down, and they don't just have an objective to want to go cheat and all of this kind of stuff. But men do want to be nurtured. And a lot of times the side chick exists because she's very attentive. And she's nurturing, and she knows what he likes. So when he comes to her place, she makes sure that the little things that he like, oh, he drinks Heineken, I'm going to make sure his Heineken is in the refrigerator. And it's cold when he gets here. And when he gets here, I'm going to let him sit down, and I'm going to pour it in a glass, and I'm going to serve it to him. But a lot of us say that we ain't doing all that because we done worked all day and we got to deal with children. But no, your husband is the priority in your household. When Spencer Parker walked through the door, every fucking thing shut down. I don't give a fuck who I'm on the phone with. The conversation ended. Before I do anything for these children, I'm making sure he's taken care of. Because he becomes the priority. Being a wife starts up here in your mind. It's mental. But a lot of people not there. And I get it. So that's why you need to come to wife school. If you wanted to work, especially if you want to be with a manly man, you need to come and learn. All right. I still talked a little bit longer than I said I would. Y'all be blessed. Come see me here at the PPG store. I'm working. Thank you, Fredrina Spencer. I absolutely love my braids. I love my braids. I got my hair braided Saturday morning because I had the photo shoot Friday. So I was waiting. I wanted to hurry get the photo shoot done before I put my braids in. So I got my braids in, y'all, and I'm absolutely loving them. Y'all love Auntie Pearls? Yes. I'm loving these pearls. I told y'all this is the season, baby. Auntie about to be rocking her pearls. I'm collecting them. I got all different kinds. You see that? This ain't even a necklace. This is just a little throw around. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. That's what it is. Ladies wear they lace and they pearls, baby. All right. Y'all be blessed. This is a big old cup of water. And I refill this about 3 times a day to make sure I'm getting my water in. Yep. Leave them cold drinks alone. Get you some water. Y'all be talking about water nasty. Water tastes like water to me. I don't need no flavors and all that other shit added into it. I just want some good plain water. So drink y'all water. All right. I'm going for it this time. Bye.